Patriots football is almost here, and with that, we will take a look at the Patriots' unofficial depth chart that was released by the team's public relations department this week. Still waiting on Belichick's official depth chart, but nonetheless, we will show you a few surprises ahead of Sunday's game against the Philadelphia Eagles coming up in a matter of moments. Tyler Jones here. Thanks for joining us with the game coming up on Sunday. All this week, we've been in a sub-battle with our guy Chase Sr. and the Eagles Now channel. And I got to tell you what, we're holding up our own in this sub-battle. They're at 120 subs. We're at 105. Got some work to do to catch up with the Eagles Now. We don't want to just beat the Eagles on the football field. We want to beat them off the field as well and show why Patriot fans are the best fans in the National Football League. So go ahead and sub for Dubs right now. Join the family for the latest happenings on your New England Patriots. We got you covered. Subscribe now for free, and we'll get started with today's show. Let's begin with the quarterback position. According to the unofficial depth chart, Mac Jones, QB1, and QB2 is Matt Corral. Now, between now and Sunday, there is a possibility where we could see Bailey Zappi activated from the practice squad and end up being the number 2 quarterback for this game against the Philadelphia Eagles, because he's been in the system, this new system under Bill O'Brien since he arrived. Comparatively speaking, Matt Corral's only been around a couple weeks, so you have to wonder how much of the offense does Matt Corral really know. But I'll say this. I look at it this way, that I think Corral is probably the better option for the long term of being that number 2 guy, but at least in the short term, Bailey Zappi would, I think, be the more likely option, at least for this weekend anyway. Corral comes into New England as a former third-round pick last year by the Carolina Panthers. Did not play at all last season as he was injured. Basically took like a redshirt year of sorts. Former second-team All-SEC quarterback in 2021 with the Ole Miss Rebels, and was claimed off waivers by New England just a few days ago. They pick up the contract as is for what his rookie deal was, so he still has 3 years remaining on that with the New England Patriots. So, with that said, if you were Bill Belichick and you had to decide who you would roll with for your quarterback number 2 to back up Mac Jones, if something were to happen to Mac, or if he struggles and were to go another option, who would you ride with? Would you go with Matt Corral, the Golden Corral, or would you go with Bailey Zappi? Let us know in the comments section. Type MC for Matt Corral, type BZ for Bailey Zappi. It's our pinned comment today. You might get an ad break. If so, while the ad's playing, get your votes in and let us know which quarterback you would choose. To the running back position, the Patriots, for now, going with 2 running backs. And if you recall back on roster cutdown day, that was a big surprise. The Patriots only had 1 quarterback in Mac Jones and 2 running backs with Rhamondre Stevenson and Ezekiel Elliott. And at least for now, it looks like that's going to be the case for the game day roster. They'll only go with 2 guys. Are we really doing this? I mean, for real? The Patriots are actually going to do this. Only going with 2 running backs on the game day roster. Personally, I think it's a very bad idea to only go with 2 running backs if you're the New England Patriots here. Look, guys get tired. You need fresh bodies involved. What if there's injuries? Whatever it may be. You have to have multiple running backs. I like where the Patriots are at in their running back room. I think Stevenson and Zeke are going to be a nice 1-2 punch and provide totally different dynamics to the offense. But I am a little worried that you're only going with that, at least for now anyway. Ezekiel Elliott, not the same running back that he was a couple years ago. No secret about that, coming off a season where he had just 3.8 yards per carry. But I think what you're going to see, the element that Ezekiel Elliott will provide for New England is the ability to be used in short yardage situations on 3rd down and 4th down, those goal line circumstances. I am very intrigued about Ezekiel Elliott and what he's going to bring to this New England Patriots team in that role for countering that of Rhamondre Stevenson. It'll be a nice 1-2 punch, but only 2 running backs, I'm a little concerned. To the receivers in the tight end position, DeVante Parker, JuJu Smith-Schuster lead the way at the receiver positions. Hunter Henry is your number 1 tight end at the moment. And you go on down the depth chart, Kendrick Bourne, Demario Douglas, Kayshon Boutte is also there as well. Very interested to see where Douglas and Boutte go if as the season goes along if they'll end up moving up the depth chart at the receiver position for New England. We wrap up the offense with the offensive line. And with Riley Reif going to injured reserve after getting hurt in the final preseason game, that forced the Patriots to make some changes over the last couple of days. Calvin Anderson slides into the starting right tackle role. Trent Brown on the opposite side. And there's been some big concerns about this group. This is the weakest position group on the entire roster for New England. And one guy I'm watching for in particular is David Andrews. This is a guy in David Andrews who's a two-time Super Bowl champion. He's had a very good career in the National Football League and been a big part of the Patriots' success over the years. But as we head into 2023, I would argue this is the most important season of David Andrews' career because of the weaknesses on the other positions. David Andrews needs to play really well just to give Mac Jones a chance of survival, to be able to get a run game established through the middle. David Andrews feels like the only hope of sorts for this Patriots team. Andrews is coming off a season where he had nearly 800 snaps. Overall grade from the nerds over at PFF was pretty solid, near 75. Pass block grade 65 and a run block grade of 76.9. Watch out for David Andrews. Let's see if he can hold things down and make this offensive line stable leading the way there. What's your confidence level in the Patriots offensive line right now? It's been an ongoing discussion on this channel and many others for the last couple of months. How you feel entering week one, going up against Philly? And the Philadelphia defensive line is a little scary, if we're going to be frank with you. What do you feel about this group going into this week? Scout for me in the comment section 1 through 10 and let me know. Let's talk defense now and the defensive line. You got some hog mollies here, folks. I mean, this group is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Lawrence Guy on one side, I like Weiss. The interior is really solid. Good group on the defensive line for New England. They will make some noise, and that carries over to the linebacker position as well for the New England Patriots of what this team brings to the table there. And you look at this group, Matthew Judon coming off arguably the best season of his career last year. Ja'Whaun Bentley, I think, is going to have a very good year as well. He's got a restructured contract on tap as well, and you have some depth there. We saw Wilson play really well in training camp and throughout the preseason. I think you'll see his role increase from what it was in 2022. But one guy in particular I have my eye on is rookie Marte Mapu. And with Marte Mapu, this is somebody that has some flexibility. Whether it's playing the linebacker position or playing the safety position, at this moment in time, we don't necessarily know for sure what exactly his role is going to be. And Bill Belichick may not even know for sure what his role will be because he didn't get a whole lot of time in training camp in the preseason where he was full contact. He wasn't fully healthy until about halfway through training camp. But the number 76 overall pick out of Sacramento State was the Defensive Player of the Year of the Big Sky Conference in the FCS last year. I'm very curious what Belichick does here. Does he play linebacker? Does he play safety? How much is he used? Because he's an athlete, and you got to have athletes to win in the National Football League. Watch out for Marte Mapu to see where his role goes. He's at the bottom of the depth chart right now, but I expect that to change as the season goes along and he gets the opportunity to prove himself there. We have more to get to in a moment, but first, today's show is sponsored by BetUS, the exclusive sportsbook partner of Chat Sports. Go to chatsports.com/bet, enter the promo code CHAT125. You can get a 125% deposit bonus. Put $100 down, you get $125 to spend for free at chatsports.com/bet. You can bet on this weekend's game between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. Philly is favored by 4, the over-under at 44.5. You want to wager on New England or other games across the National Football League. Maybe you want to bet on the Boston Red Sox and the Major League Baseball side as well. You can get your bets in today, right in time for kickoff. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code CHAT125 for that 125% deposit bonus. To the secondary we go, and this is a really good group for the Patriots. with Jonathan Jones, Kyle Duggar, Jabril Peppers, Jalen Mills leading the way. But beyond that, when you take a little step further, when you see the other Joneses involved and Christian Gonzalez and company, even DeBryant and Wade, there are plenty of options for this Patriots secondary, which should wreak a lot of havoc as far as I'm concerned to teams across the National Football League. And I want to focus on Christian Gonzalez here for a second. I know that the Patriots have a great secondary, but Christian Gonzalez not being one of those starting corners, especially on the outside too, it almost feels criminal. I know that he's a rookie and he still has something to prove in all this, but the raw talent is there. And we've seen it throughout camp, what Christian Gonzalez is capable of. And in the preseason, he has looked the part. Now, granted, the final preseason game, there was a little injury there, right leg / ankle injury. Looked like he avoided anything serious, so I think he's going to be fine. But you're looking at Christian Gonzalez, all the natural abilities. First team All Pac-12 selection last year out of Oregon, previously played with the Colorado Buffaloes. He is a guy that the Patriots were exactly looking for. Sure, he might give up some big plays at times, but what he's going to bring to this New England Patriots team is a guy that's going to create plays, going to turn the football over. 4 interceptions last year, 7 pass breakups, allowed nearly 500 yards. I think you get a whole lot more good than you do bad. I compare him to Diggs there with the Dallas Cowboys. To me, I think he can be a better version potentially of what the Cowboys get. They've been very happy with what they've gotten out of him. So what do you think? Should Christian Gonzalez be starting for this New England Patriots team? I think so. Do you agree? Type Y for yes. If not, type in for no and let us know in the comments section. Last and least is the special teams unit. No surprises with Chad Ryland at kicker, the rookie. Bryce Behringer at punter, as a nickname by our own Tyler Smith-Smitty, who you've seen on our live shows, the punt messiah, holding things down there. And then Marcus Jones, the dual threat, coming off an outstanding season last year, will hang on to kickoff and punt return duties in those positions. So that is the entire depth chart for New England from top all the way to bottom going into Sunday. How would you grade the Patriots depth chart? I think this team is better than what people give them credit for, personally. What do you think? Grade it for me, A, B, C, D, or F, and let me know how you feel Belichick did with this roster. Subscribe to the channel now for the latest happenings on your New England Patriots. We will have you covered as we are getting you ready for this Eagles game this weekend. We'll have post-game coverage on Sunday. You will not want to miss out on that. Subscribe to the channel. Let's beat Eagles now and new subs this week, and we will see you next time right here on Patriots Today.